Beautiful gathering at India Habitat Center. I am Priyanka Das, the Chief Operating Officer at STEP and your host for the day. When we talk about climate change, we often talk about melting glaciers, rising temperatures, and carbon emissions. But in communities and villages, climate change has a different face. It is the woman who walks 2 kilometers extra because the hand pump has dried up. And yet, it is also the women who are quietly, courageously, and creatively building solutions. From innovation labs and incubators to small enterprises and local markets, women are designing responses to climate challenges across contexts, not with unlimited resources, but with clarity of purpose, lived experience, and a deep commitment to change. This is why we are here today, to recognize and strengthen these trailblazers shaping a more sustainable future. UnPollute was launched in 2024 as a climate action platform to identify, support, and scale women-led enterprises in climate action. UnPollute is not only about entrepreneurship, to be honest. It is also about sparking conversations, informing policy, and strengthening CSR commitments. At the heart of this conclave are the UnPollute dialogues, conversations that bring together policymakers, industry leaders, green finance institutions, media partners, grassroots practitioners, and young change makers. These dialogues recognize that climate action do not happen in silos, rather. It must be co-created across sectors with systems and commitments and communities. Through these discussions and awards and recognition, we endeavor to acknowledge both progress and persistent systemic challenges. As climate continues to intensify, women today face a dual reality, navigating existing structural gaps while responding to new and emerging climate risks. Our focus, therefore, is not to label it as a gender problem, but on closing the gender gap, ensuring that women are not just participants in climate action, but leaders and architects of sustainable solutions. Today, as we formally open UnPollute, we invite all of you in the audience to be a part of this journey as our sustainable partners, mentors, and allies. So thank you and welcome to UnPollute once again. Let me briefly walk you through today's agenda. We begin with the ceremonial lamp lighting, followed by the founder's address by Ms. Renu Shah, who will set the vision and context for the conversations ahead. We then move into a panel discussion on building inclusive economies, women enterprise and leadership. Following the panel, we have a keynote address by Dr. Rashmi Singh, IAS Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development, Government of NCT of Delhi. Post-lunch, the afternoon unfolds with yet another compelling series of panel discussions followed by dinner. We look forward to a very powerful and insightful day ahead. And with that, I would also like to invite our esteemed guests to the stage for the lamp lighting ceremony. May I have the honor to invite Ms. Charu Malhotra, co-founder and managing director at Primus Partners, Dr. Latika Nath, an award-winning conservation ecologist, Mr. Dhiman Chakrabarti, Vice President and Head of ESG at Everstone Capital, and Ms. Renu Shah, founder of STEP, to the stage, please, for the lamp lighting ceremony. The excitement should keep continuing, and let them welcome again with a huge round of applause. Thank you, Charu, Latika, Dhiman, and Renu. I would now like to invite our founder, Ms. Renu Shah, to the stage to address the audience. Renu is a distinguished social impact leader, entrepreneur, and incubation specialist with over 2 decades of experience building inclusive ecosystems for women, youth, and social innovators across South Asia. She is the founder of STEP that has mentored and supported over 1,500 enterprises across 15 plus states since its inception in 2019. A Harvard Kennedy School graduate and a Mason Fellow at HKS, Renu brings a rare blend of business acumen and grassroots empathy. Her professional journey includes the founding and co-founding multiple organizations, including a trading and distribution company, a school for slum kids, and an education project based on public-private partnership model. Before founding STEP, Renu also served as a director for South Asia at Ashoka Changemaker Schools. Her work has earned her several prestigious honors, including the John Galbraith Policy Fellow at Harvard, the EPIC Global Woman Award, and the VWA Leaders Award for Diversity and Inclusion. Beyond her professional achievements, Renu is a dedicated Vipassana meditation practitioner and avid traveler and has successfully trekked to Everest Base Camp. Wow. Embodying the resilience and vision she inspires in others. Welcome, Renu.
Good morning, everyone. What a pleasure to be here in another round of UnPollute. Just look around this room. Even before we begin, just look around this room. Students are ready to question, women entrepreneurs carrying ideas that could reshape systems, conversations that feel urgent because they are. This is what climate action looks like today, not confined to policy papers or boardrooms, but alive in people and in choices. Yet, there's the truth. Climate action cannot remain a side conversation. It must become a daily practice in business, in policy, in how we decide what matters. And shifts like this don't happen on their own. Nothing moves from the margins to the mainstream without someone backing it. Let me share a moment. It is not related to climate change, but this is one story which is very dear to me. In 2003, the Indian women's cricket team was about to miss an international tour, not because of lack of talent, but because of lack of funds. One person stepped in, Mandira Bedi. Mandira Bedi donated her commercial earnings to fund their travel. She didn't play the game. She changed the ecosystem around it. And that is what a champion does. And in the climate movement today, we need the same kind of champions because women don't just experience climate challenges differently, they design solutions differently. The solutions are frugal, contextual, rooted in lived realities. Yet many of these solutions struggle not because they lack potential, but because they fall into the gaps between research, market, and money. And that is why UnPollute exists. Let me introduce you to Dr. Anjali Pauranik, who some of you met in the morning. She's a chemistry professor whose idea began with a simple experiment at her kitchen table. She's a scientist. The experiment grew into Bhagirath laboratories that she pitched in the morning, technology that captures industrial smoke at source and converts harmful emissions into cleaner air. But innovation alone wasn't enough. She could speak science, and she can still speak science. Investors spoke scale. Investors spoke something else. 2 words, 2 languages. When Anjali came to UnPollute, she found translation, mentorship, and belief. For the first time, she heard terms like Tam, Sam, Som. With guidance and seed support, she moved from prototypes to partnerships. Today, she returns not with one idea, but with multiple climate solutions. Her story is not exceptional, it is emblematic. Because the journey from innovation to impact is never a single leap, it is a sustained pathway. And that's exactly what STEP was built to create. Because belief cannot be occasional, it must be systemic. So, why are we all here? What's missing is not the intent, it's continuity. Progress happens when ideas meet mentorship, capacity, community, and timely belief. To the founders in the room, your lived experience is not a limitation, it is your edge. Don't lose the grip. To the investors in the room, support may mean pilots, patient capital, especially in case of women, or backing a founder before the metrics start looking perfect. To the policymakers in the room, early pilots and flexible pathways don't just support innovation, they create entirely new markets. And to everyone else who's present here, let's not just attend UnPollute, let's strengthen the ecosystem beyond it. The women are here, the ideas are here, the urgency is real. They are not waiting for permission, they're already building better systems. Mandira Bedi didn't wait for someone else to fix the women's cricket. She became the fix. And that is exactly what this room can do for climate innovation. At STEP, we ask one radical question. What if women didn't have to fit into existing systems, but had systems built for them? That question shaped our mission to empower women entrepreneurs in sustainability and rural microenterprises. And our mission now is big. We are looking at positively impacting 100 million lives by 2035. Today, that vision is measurable. So far, we have worked with 1,500 or more women entrepreneurs across the country. We have touched about 5 million lives across 15 states of India. Behind these numbers is an ecosystem built on 5 pillars: empathetic community, learning, mentorship, funding, and networking. From this ecosystem emerge programs that unlock women's leadership. Let me introduce you to 2 more programs that STEP runs. Safal Karobar Program. Safal Karobar Program bridges aspiration and opportunity, equipping rural women with tools, confidence, and agency to build sustainable enterprises. It is business training for women who are working in SHGs or micro nano enterprises in rural areas. The other program is Dhanotsav, India's first reality pitch platform for rural women entrepreneurs. Its pilot season featured 9 women from Bundelkhand, selected from the Safal Karobar cohort. One of them is here with us today. Suman, आप कहाँ हो? एक बार खड़े हो? She won the first season of Dhanotsav. Suman is from Durgapur village in Uttar Pradesh, and she trades in biodegradable sanitary napkins made from banana fiber gel. And Dhanotsav is not just a show, it is a journey of grit, innovation, and ambition. And UnPollute, for which you all are here today, is our platform for women driving climate solutions across air, water, and soil. So here we are, 2 days ahead of us, full of dialogues, ideas, and possibility. Let's not just talk about change, let's build it. Women's cricket waited almost 25 years for the women in blue to win and get recognized. Women and climate should not have to wait that long. Thank you. We'll show you a small clip on our rural programs.